Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled half of your cards. Let me go ahead and pull the Lover cards for my DIY deck. Okay, so we have one jump out. The Alpha Man goes with, okay, so we've got the Beauty Way is your first card, and an Alpha Man right there with you. And for the middle world, we've got this beautiful card right here. We've got the Boss Man, a very civilized, cultivated man. And then we have the Sacrifice, which is reversed. And this one has to do with safe space, making a safe space for love and security. And then we have the Jaguar reversed. And that one has an awakening card, awakening. If everyone in your life is a narcissist, then it's time to look in the mirror. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the Beauty Way, which is the fourth card in the deck. And this one is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So the first card, it represents in what you need to let go off, or an old wound that you no longer need to allow it to define you. Alright, so the Beauty Way. Alright, it says the Beauty Way is both a path that you travel on and a daily practice. The path is where you choose to perceive only beauty before you, behind you, and all around you as you journey through life. The practice is where you take action to bring beauty to every situation that you are in. When things get ugly, you act to bring integrity and peace to difficult encounters. When everyone else perceives only darkness, you point out the light and help uncover the hidden treasures. That's wonderful. Okay. And it says the invitation. The Beauty Way invites you to create beauty in your life and recognize the beauty inside yourself and in others. Stop to smell the roses, take a deep breath, look up at the stars, and recognize the splendor that surrounds you. See the beauty in whatever situation you find yourself in, and you will receive the lesson that life is teaching you, a kind and gentle way. Okay, and the Lover's card that goes with this is actually, this has to do with, this is probably something that you need to let go of, though, because this is falling in this section here of things that you need to, old wounds. Alright, so there's this Alpha Man, and he's very caring and all-consuming love. Alright, so all-consuming love is, that's not just like your lover. That could even be like your father or someone in your life that is like a father figure to you. Alright, so let's take a look here at the middle world. The middle world. Alright, and this is number 36, in case that has any significance to you. Alright, so, the essence. The middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. It is the present moment where everything is happening, yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and is a mirror of the invisible realms, where when things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. So the invitation says the middle world shows up when conditions are favorable for your undertaking. Do not hesitate. Move forward, as heaven and earth are smiling upon you. The time is right, so be expedient, but mindful not to be reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished with ease right now. All right, so, this really just reminds me of as above, so below, because you see the roots going into the ground, and it looks just like the tree up above. All right, so, the card that goes with this is, and this too is something that needs to be let go of. Let me see here. All right, so the West represents a part of you that needs to die. This is an old story that needs to be let go of, so you may find new meaningful story in your life. All right, and this is the boss man. So maybe you're tired of having this boss just looking over your shoulder, but this is a very cultivated and civilized cosmopolitan man. So, if this is something that you need to let go of, then by all means, drop it. Drop it like it's hot, right? Okay, so the sacrifice reversed. All right, so let's take a look. It says this card is in the north. It represents wisdom that you need to acquire. And it's number 44, in case that has any significance to you. Alright, and we're going to read the medicine, which is the reverse section of the card. This is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without. It is time to offer all to the Spirit, so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for far too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. Okay. So I like that one. That's pretty interesting. And actually, it says safe space. All right, and this is your love card. So I actually I actually really love this idea of have you seen this on Pinterest? They have these little safe spaces. Anywho, I'm not really from that generation, but we all crave to feel safe. We all want security, and in our love relationship, trust and honesty and things of that nature, they just don't really you don't really get that security, trust, long-term happiness, or an honest relationship unless you have this safe space. And that's what love is all about. So, if you're one of those people who looks down on this younger generation for their safe space, I do have to put a warning out there for the younger generations that are so highly offended at every little thing. That is very dangerous. You shouldn't be so highly offended at everything, because you can't learn from things if you're not willing to hear the stories. All right, for example, the Grimm fairy tales. A lot of these Grimm fairy tales come from very grim stories, but they're actually someone's experience, and the original stories don't even really have a moral to them. They're just horrible things that happen to people, But for the child that those happen to, that traumatized them. All right. So your safe space is very important, and it really, really, truly is. But if your wall is too thick, you can't let anyone in. So it's important to not be too easily offended or too close-minded. All right, because safe space mentality says, oh, if that offends me, I don't want to hear it. But, we're not talking about a mentality. We're talking about a love or relationship. All right, so the Jaguar reversed. Let's take a look. All right, so the Jaguar, and the medicine is, what in your life needs to be released? What have you carried around? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. The last card represents your possible destiny and the way that you will share your treasures and gifts with others. All right, it says, what in your life needs to be released? What have you carried around with you for far too long, which is ready to be let go of once and for all? The Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so that you can allow it to go. It's time to come out of the shadows and in the shadow games that you may have unconsciously agreed to play. Call on the Jaguar to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instincts for the right people and situations. All right, so that's another thing about the safe space right there is like, I feel like I know for sure that when you experience losses of people who, meant a lot to you, you can start to put a wall up to new people or new situations or even existing relationships. You might try to stop people from coming into your life and getting close to you because you're afraid that if you lose them, then it will hurt. But unfortunately, what nobody ever tells you is that loss is loss. It doesn't matter if you got something out of it or not. So go ahead and live your life and get to know people and find out what there is to know. Because if you hold back, then you'll never know what you lost. All right? And that comes with the Awakening card. It says, if everyone in your life is a narcissist, it's time to look in the mirror. All right, so I have found this in my situation before where I felt like everyone around me was trying to sabotage me. Now, at some point, this is not a lie. Sometimes everyone is trying to sabotage you, especially if you're all trying for the same position at work or something of that nature. But Awakening allows you to look in the mirror and see the fact that everyone in your life can't be a narcissist. If everyone that you're noticing is a narcissist, then you have to figure maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that needs to change. So sometimes this is true, sometimes it's not. So if you have allowed yourself to become completely, where you're walking on eggshells around everyone, you have to be careful. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where you can't get out. But you also don't want to cater to everyone else and not follow your true path. All right? So, and it's a balancing act. Alright, so I hope this reading resonates with you, and come back and see me. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Thank you so much for your time, and come back and see me.